Deadpool is a unique character with a variety of powerful zoning and rushdown tools. Using his projectiles to control screen space, Deadpool excels at forcing opponents into unfavorable positions in order to avoid his onslaught of bullets and grenades. Using fast moves such as his quick work and his teleport to close the gap, Deadpool can quickly transition his zoning into rushdown to surprise the opponent and catch them off guard. His fast light buttons allow him to interrupt advancing enemies and turn Deadpool's defense into offense. Most importantly, his mix-up game is insane as Deadpool himself, forcing constant left-right mix-ups on incoming and even in neutral. Access to his command overhead Mad Wheel, as well as a 5-frame instant overhead, makes defending against Deadpool even more challenging. If you enjoy a playstyle that mixes strong screen control with fast-paced offense and mix-ups, Deadpool might be the right point character for you. Pros of Deadpool. Deadpool has easy-to-learn combos that all share a basic structure with each other. Deadpool can convert easily from nearly any hit using his bolo or stand heavy into quick work, and his teleports especially to convert weird full screen hits. Deadpool has a variety of strong zoning tools, including his grenades and guns, as well as ninja stars and his bolo. Deadpool's rushdown tools are above average, thanks to fast moves like his quick work and his ability to teleport cancel his normals. Deadpool has a double jump that allows him to get out of incoming situations that most characters cannot, as well as avoid touching the ground and change his trajectory to fight those below him. Deadpool also has a wall jump, which is great for, once again, changing his air trajectory and stalling out in the air. Deadpool has a great low-profile forward dash to get under opponents that makes him exceptionally slippery and difficult to catch, especially when plink dashing. Deadpool has a teleport and teleport cancelable specials that allow him to get out of danger or set up tricky mix-ups. Deadpool has good matchups versus common top-tier characters. For example, Magneto, Zero, and especially Doctor Doom. Deadpool has a very powerful mix-up game thanks to his ability to quickly change sides of the screen. When combined with assists, it is very difficult to block Deadpool's mix-ups. Finally, Deadpool has one of the best crossover counters in the game, as his quick work assist hits low, and crossover countering into it has some limited invulnerability on it that allows you to blow through setups such as Virgil's Spiral Sword's block strings. Cons of Deadpool. Deadpool has exceptionally poor hit stun scaling, which can lead to short combos that don't do a lot of damage. Deadpool has average to slightly below average damage scaling, resulting in combos that might not kill. Deadpool's support value on most teams is below average at best. His DHCs don't bring anything particularly special to the table, and his assists, save for quick work enabling some unblockables, are not very useful. Every third time Deadpool tries to teleport, he will explode. This is a pain as you have to reset your teleports in combos. Deadpool has poor meter build with his optimal B&B building less than 1 bar if you don't use assists. Deadpool has a terrible backdash that is almost useless, making it very difficult for him to retreat on the ground. Finally, playing Deadpool on point nearly requires you to play Dante second in order to fill in some of the gaps and flaws that Deadpool has. This can be annoying, as it is really limiting to your team compositions if you intend to play Deadpool at the highest levels of Marvel 3. Deadpool's standing light attack is a 4-frame rapid-fireable jab. It hits mid and can be crouched by shorter characters in the cast, but will still hit most of the cast crouching. This can be used as a risky but strong round start gambit, as few characters have a button fast enough to contend with its speed. Due to having a relatively high-reaching hitbox, this can be used as an anti-air to catch characters jumping in at certain angles, and is especially powerful after dashing under a character to cross them up. It is also a risky but useful defensive tool to stuff aggressive pressure on defense, beating out a lot of moves with longer startup or squeezing into small gaps in strings. It can also be delayed and used in conjunction with Deadpool's crouch light attack to create tricky staggered pressure and catch opponents trying to jump away. Deadpool's crouching light attack is only 1 frame slower than his standing jab, clocking in at 5 frames of startup. It is a low-hitting, far-reaching rapid-fire kick that can similarly be used defensively to interrupt opponents' pressure. On offense, it can be used to create infuriating stagger pressure strings that catch opponents trying to tech throws or block overheads, press buttons, or push block. This is the primary move that will be used to hit opponents low and is easy to confirm as you can land several jabs in a row and still combo into a crouching medium attack with no issues. Crouch light is also often used as your option to set up tick throws on opponents who are committing to blocking your stagger strings. The standing medium attack is a far-reaching 2-hit normal that hits mid. With 8 frames of startup, it has a relatively fast speed for the range that this button reaches. Dashing forward into this move after forcing the opponent to block a projectile will halt attempts of forward movement and allow you to cancel on whiff or block into a grenade to continue your zoning or setup for aggressive pressure. This can also be used to create meaty setups after a knockdown, often combined with a meaty grenade to force them to block, and calling an assist to set up a high-low mix-up, using quick work, crouching light, or the jumping light instant overhead. With certain assists, canceling from standing M into light quick work with an assist will net you a conversion into a full combo if opponents are not blocking low. Crouching medium is a low-hitting 7-frame normal that has a deceptively wide and high hitbox, making it both an effective counterpoke and anti-air. This move also puts the opponent airborne on hit, setting up for conversions into either a standing heavy attack or launcher into an optimal combo. Crossing under jumping opponents with a crouching medium attack can be tricky and difficult to block, as even if the opponent lands, if they are not blocking low, the attack will hit them. Opponents will often push block your crouching medium when blocked, allowing you to cancel the ninja gifts, such as throwing stars or a grenade, and re-establish your zoning game. Deadpool's standing heavy attack is a far-hitting roundhouse kick with 11 frames of startup. It is only -1 on block, making it safe to throw out in most block strings, though it can be ducked by some shorter characters. Besides its use in optimal combos and block strings, it is an extremely effective long-distance anti-air. It is notably useful against characters that like to press buttons at normal jump height, as well as characters that like to tri-dash aggressively to close distance. For example, Dr. Doom players overcommitting to aggressive tri-dash movement are fairly easy to catch off guard with this attack. Deadpool's crouching heavy attack is a low-hitting slide with 12 frames of startup and 13 active frames. Its long travel distance can hit opponents that stop blocking low at range and catch them off guard. Properly push blocking certain strings will also leave your opponent in range to be slid on if they try to continue their pressure after a delay or a whiffed button. If crouch heavy is blocked, you can cancel into ninja stars or a grenade to make the slide safe. Deadpool's launcher is extremely fast with only 5 frames of startup, making it tied for his second fastest move, though it does have 34 frames of recovery and is massively unsafe on block. It has 6 active frames, which makes it a very strong anti-air if you are sure it is going to hit. Despite Deadpool yelling "Shoryuken" during this attack, it is not a true reversal and has no invincibility. Repeat, it is not a reversal and has no invincibility. Do not use S on Wake Up. Unless you're me.
Shoryuken! Shoryuken! Shoryuken!
Deadpool's jumping light attack is a fast 5-frame downward punch that hits overhead. Its speed allows you to interrupt opponents air to air, though it is difficult to combo off of in this manner. Many characters can also be hit by this move as an instant overhead if you perform it immediately after jumping. Deadpool cannot convert from this solo without X Factor, but with an assist such as Jam Session or Tatsu, you can convert this into a full combo. Deadpool's jumping medium attack is an 8-frame aerial kick with a wide horizontal hitbox. Against grounded opponents, this attack can be used as a cross-up due to its wide horizontal hitbox and large hitbox below Deadpool. Air to air, you can attempt to catch players jumping towards you from a distance, comboing into a second jump medium on hit or double jumping away to make yourself safe on block. Deadpool's jumping heavy attack has 12 frames of startup and is active for 8 frames. You can attempt preemptive air to airs with this attack, option selecting a throw due to this being a heavy attack. Often, you can catch the startup or recovery of air attacks with this button if used correctly, and you can cancel into a bolo for big damage. If it gets blocked, cancel into ninja stars to make yourself safe. Deadpool's singular command normal is his 2-hit overhead, known as Mad Wheel. This overhead actually puts Deadpool airborne, allowing him to low crush a lot of attacks, however making him susceptible to being air thrown. It also has a tendency to cross up on crouching opponents, making it very difficult to block. You can cancel your jabs into Mad Wheel as well, which allows you to mix up between doing stand light into overhead, stand light into crouch light, or stand light into a tick throw, which makes it difficult to guess what option Deadpool's going to choose. When this attack hits, it puts the opponent into a hard knockdown state, allowing you to OTG for a combo. That about wraps it up for part 1 of my Deadpool guide. Next time, we'll take a look at his special moves and hyper combos, and talk about their uses in a match. Make sure to subscribe so you'll know as soon as part 2 drops. As always, I'm Wedge, and thanks for watching.